welcome to the North American Invitational here in Onondaga, New York, in a matchup between the New Hampshire War Pigs and Music City. Thank you for joining us here on Lacrosse-TV. My name is David Bowie, and I will bring you through the broadcast as we are moments away from the opening face-off here. War Pigs in the black and yellow, Music City in the blue with black. And face-off is won by Music City. I want to drop stick from the slash. And I will go back the other way. War Pigs will begin their first attack with their first possession. Going into the middle. And that ball is dropped, and now we'll go back the other way. Possible odd man rush chance if they can hurry up. Music City trying to go in. Shot, save. Comes to the back, oh, and it slipped through. And that's going to be a goal for Music City. And it sounded like the goaltender had the initial save on it, but it just slipped right through, and the ball just rolled over the line. That's going to be a goal for Music City right off the bat. Face-off is won by the War Pigs. They're coming in, and going to slow things down just a little bit. Ball is loose off the picked up by the War Pigs. And that'll be Nick Black. Launches a shot, and he's able to score from the point. And how do you like that coming from Nick Black? Able to respond in kind of Music City and scores a point goal for himself. And we're all tied up 1-1. So we're all tied up at 1 apiece. Already 2 quick goals in just less than 3 minutes. 1 to each side. We could be en route for a high-scoring affair if we are on pace for this. Kidger. On the near side, he gets it to his man all the way up to the point of the far side. Coming in. Take a shot, and that's in. And Jaden Stout able to get a quick goal off, beating John Juan. It is now 2-1. And already in less than 3 minutes, we've already seen 3 goals. 2 from the War Pigs, 1 from Music City. And we could be in for a high-scoring affair. Face-off is won by Music City as Williams wins it off the draw. He'll get it to Semic. Off to Sage. Radze trying to come in. There's a shot, and that's going to be saved by Miller. Right off the chest. In transition, back come the other way. Here come the War Pigs. Wonder if they have any relation to Black Sabbath whatsoever with that name. Nonetheless, Sampson. Nick Sampson tries the centering pass. There's a shot, and that just goes wide. Nick Black taking the shot and just goes wide left. Back the other way in transition. That's Courtney Randall. He'll get it out to Scrifano. Drops it off for Garner, and the substitutions are on for Music City as they get their offensive unit out onto the field. Joyner likes to play that center roll, takes a shot, lines it up, and that's saved by Miller. Rebound shot, and Miller makes another stop. Stopping Dan Henley. Oh, and Henley takes a bit of a hit from behind with no call. Looks like he may have stumbled over after taking that push. And back the other way they come. That was Dave Zulo on the play and forced the turnover. And he's got the ball, and he'll drop it off for Chris Kidger. And wait for the rest of the substitutions to come on, as now Jaden Stout, who already has a goal in this game, he'll get it to his man. Back to Stout. Stout trying to go in, and he's being checked out of the point, out of the slot. Swanson lines up, shot. Saved by Juan. Rebound by the War Pigs. Clock resets. Oh, some vicious slashing going on. Oh, it looks like the ball came into a Music City player. And score. Jaden Stout with his second of the game. And he scored that in less than 6 minutes into the contest. Just like that, the War Pigs out to a 3-1 lead. And normally we don't even see a goal after 6 minutes, but we've already seen 4. So the War Pigs are completely on a huge war path, scoring 3 goals so far. Not even 6 minutes into this contest. As Joyner, see if he can get some retaliation for Music City. Henley gets it to Sage. Sage going up, takes a shot. He's hit as he takes the shot. That'll be saved by Brandon Miller. Back the other way in transition. Nick Black has the ball on the far side wing. Get it over to Katoni. Tony trying to come in, battling his way through, takes the shot and saved by Juan. Rebound, loose out in front of the slot, and that'll be picked up by Music City. It looks like the back check will go against Music City, so it will be War Pigs ball. 8:22 left to go here in the first half. 15-minute halves here at the North American Invitational. Very short but quick and fast-paced lacrosse action here. Oh, there's a bit of a check. And oh, it absorbs almost an elbow. That was Nick Sampson. I think the elbow could have been unintentional. He was trying to jimmy his way through. And he caught Mikey Garner in the face. So there's a holding call for Nick Black, and Cole Franklin will get the elbow. So we're going to have 5-on-3 action for a minute. And this is exactly what Music City needs. And this is the first time I've called an elbowing penalty for this tournament. There's a quick shot, and it just bounces wide. Loose ball up for grabs. It looks like LaBelle will be able to keep it in on the over and prevent the over and back. Here comes Beck, trying to go in, shot, and that's just high and wide. Henley will bring it back for Music City. 32 seconds left on the penalty. It's 5-on-3. Lines up, takes a shot. Save by Miller. And now Tyler Grace will go back the other way, probably just to shave off some time, as they can virtually run out the rest of the penalty. Cotoni comes on off the bench. There we go, Sampson's now back on. Now Black comes. It's now back to even strength lacrosse. 5-on-5 action. And the shot clock violation will run out, so it'll be Music City's ball. So Music City getting a bit of a break, but not able to capitalize on it. It's still 3-1. Sage. It's to Henley. The far side into LaBelle. LaBelle can't handle the pass, and that's going to be turned over. War Pigs ball. Deacon Blue now coming up. He's got the red cage. A little bit different from what you see from all the other players. And Dave Zulu coming in. Try to take this. There's a shot. That's going to be saved by Juan. That's the Warpigs trying to play a little hidden ball trickery over there. But Juan was not to be denied. Garner gets it to Henley as they enter the offensive zone. Trying to find this man. He will. Joyner takes the shot. That's going to be saved, deflected. Actually, that ricocheted went wide, so the clock's still running on the shot clock. 2-1. And that's going to go back the other way. In transition. Oh, that was an over and back call. Buzainis went over and back trying to slow up. And then the check coming in will cause a turnover as Music City will get the ball. And what we've seen, a very fast-paced first 5 minutes have all of a sudden slowed down in this second third of the period. And now we're into under 5 minutes here in the first half. Game's pace has slowed down incredibly. But the excitement is still absolutely here. There's a ripper, and that just goes wide and bounces all the way back. Now here's a breakaway chance for Music City. Screen pack, shoots, tries to go 5-0 and saved by Miller. Screen pack going in with huge speed, but just can't beat it. And now he's just viciously slashing the ball, albeit legally. And you can hear the sound of those smacks happening against the pads. Now comes Westmoreland, one-on-one chance against Thomas. Tries to take the shot. Great defensive job by Thomas. Stick check that one away. And now in transition, Catoni's going to take it up from the neutral zone to Sampson. He'll deliver it back for his man. Jaden Stout, who's got 2 goals. Stout with another shot. That's going to be saved by Juan. And that's going to be a crease violation as Sampson fell down and his hand went into the crease and touched it. So we will get a turnover, and Music City will come back the other way. AJ Beck will pass it off to the far side wing. And back to Joyner, who's coming in transition off the bench. Ball's in the air, now it's loose. And it'll still be picked up by Kotsanis. Kotsanis, there's a pass shot by Joyner. That's going to be saved. Rebound. That's going to be a crease violation, so we will get a Warpigs ball. That was a nice little one-timer, but up to the task is Brandon Miller, able to make the save with great positioning on that one. Swanson in the middle of the offensive zone at the point. Tries a centering pass for Black. Not there. Williams goes back the other way. Oh, that could have been a breakaway chance had that pass be on the mark for Nate Glazer. He's still trying to corral the ball. It's being kicked around. It's being tipped, so there'll be no over and backs. So still anyone's ball. And it'll be picked up by Semic, trying to take it all alone, coast to coast. Shot, save by Brandon Miller. In transition now, there's a long shot taken, but it is rebounded by the Warpigs out at the point, and the ball gets loose. Fight for the ball here, could be a breakaway chance if Skripak can get quickly on it. Now it's just a one-on-one opportunity, and they'll just slow down at him and Josh Davis just kind of smiling at each other. Now there's a chance out in front, saved by Miller. Thomas in his own zone, tries to make an outlet pass, kind of knocked back in. And it's going to be a penalty. And it'll be an illegal substitution call. And we'll just see who is going to serve it. When you get an illegal substitution, any man on the bench or on the field can serve it outside of the goalie. And it looks like Nick Sampson will take it for the Warpigs. And here we go, Music City back on the power play. They failed to score on a 5-on-3 earlier. Might have a chance, saved by Miller, and there's a delayed penalty call coming up again. This will be against the Warpigs, so we'll get some 5-on-3 action. Clock is still running. That's the big thing, too. Clock is still going to run, even the penalty clock. And looks like we're going to get coincidental minors here. And Henley is headed to the box. And so is Tyler Grace. Sampson was there to join him. Nonetheless, that's going to be the end of the first half. Music City trailing the Warpigs 3-1. And the referees are still sorting out what the penalties are going to be, and if they're going to, and how they're going to be assessed. Nonetheless, you are watching the North American Invitational 2019 here in Onondaga, New York. My name is David Bowie, and thank you for tuning into the broadcast. You're watching Lacrosse-TV here for the North American Invitational. 2-minute intermissions are at half. You can see that there's some fun banter happening in between two teams here, as Nick Black and Brad Sage just kind of smiling and laughing with each other. You know, at the end of the day, though, they play hard, but they're good friends with each other at the end. And they play on separate teams or their teammates. Less than a minute to go here before we start up again. Score is 3-1 in favor of the New Hampshire Warpigs over Music City, based out of Nashville, Tennessee. Both teams getting a bit of a refresher on what was a very hot start, with lots of goals scored within the first 6 minutes. All of a sudden slowed down there afterwards, but we haven't seen one since. So Dan Henley is in the box for Music City. And there's Tyler Grace and Nick Sampson who are in the box for the Warpigs. So it's going to be 5-on-4 action. The referees are signaling for it, as Music City will be on the power play. But for how long? The penalties haven't been thrown up on the scoreboard quite yet. There's 5 Music City attackers out there. 4 defenders for the Warpigs. And there we go. So we'll have 26 seconds more of 5-on-4 before we go back to even strength. Music City start the attack. Joyner. In the middle of Gonzalez. Ball being relayed. Now here's a ripper, and that's going to be blocked by Nick Black. Ball picked up, though, by Music City. Joyner takes a shot. And now we're back to even strength as Sampson comes back out of the penalty box. We're back to even strength, 5-on-5. However, the coincidental minors are still in the box and have to wait for the whistle. Sampson trying to battle through his man, but he can't get through Alex Scarfano. Here's a quick shot. Score! Nick Black able to score through, amass all the confusion as he was able to crash the net and able to slip it by John Juan, the goalie. And he beats him on the short side. It is now 4-1 in favor of the Warpigs. 13:27 left to go here in the second half. Grayson Henley are still in the box from the Coincidental Miners. So we have 5-on-5 on the field. Both men are still trapped in the box. And there we go. And the ball will go to Music City. That's Scrivano. Gets it to Brad Sage on the far side. Sage trying to pass it in. Not quite for his intended man, but it's still picked up by Garner. Get it back to Svoboda. And back to Sage. Now it's on the far side. Quick overhead shot. That's saved by Miller. And there's a battle for it along the boards for the ball. It's loose. Still is. And it is finally corralled by Dave Zulu of the War Pigs. And now in transition. Here they come, centering passes. Shot just goes wide. And that pass is batted down by Svoboda. Did a great job raising his stick and knocking that down. Music City in transition entering the offensive zone. There's a pass out in front, backhand shot. That just goes wide from behind the back. That would have been a fun little highlight reel goal had that have went in. But nonetheless, War Pigs in transition. They might have wanted to be quick and cross that line soon, and they finally do, risking the 10-second violation. But now Williams able to come away with the ball. Odd man rush back the other way. He's going to go for it, takes a shot. That's going to be shouldered in by Miller. Miller able to trap it in between his left arm and make the stop. Great job by him on that odd man rush. Eric Swanson rips it, and that's going to be saved by Juan. Juan with an outlet pass. Scrivano tried to sneak out there. Now there's an odd man rush. Opportunity. Shot saved by Miller, and he caught that from inside his left pad. Miller, absolutely a stone wall here in this second half. Only allotting one quick goal at the start of the first. And he's been dominant ever since. War Pigs in the offensive zone. Sampson loads up, shot, he scores! Nick Sampson from the near side cuts to the middle and just unleashes a rocket. Bit of a low shot, and it was able to beat John Juan. And that is now 5-1 for the War Pigs over Music City. They are starting to run away with it now, scoring the last 4 unanswered. It is 5-1. Off that face-off, it will be a War Pigs ball as Eric Swanson will begin. Swanson trying to get off for Davis, but it goes off the wall. Picked up by Music City. Back the other way, ball's lodged here right in front of the penalty box. And Skripak will pick it up. He's got some speed. Loads it off to a man. Takes a shot, saved by Miller. And another odd man rush stopped by Brandon Miller. He has been fabulous. Sampson tried a centering pass, and it'll be in the netting of Juan. He dropped it for a second, but able to recover and get that back into his hands. Cam Van Houten with Joyner. Out to the near side. Music City trying to find a crack in Brandon Miller. There's a shot. That's high and wide. Rebounded, though, by Music City from behind the net. Trying to jump over the top, but Miller able to pin himself back against the crossbar to prevent that from going in from over the top. Ball's in the far side corner of the Music City And they will pick it up and begin it in transition. Henley. Coming in, he's got a chance up at the slot, and that's going to be saved by Miller. Going over the top once again, but there's a crease violation. That was Tom Semich trying to go over the top, but to no avail. Less than 8 minutes left to go here in the second half. It's 5-1. War Pigs over Music City. And they've also been dominating the time of possession as well, not giving Music City an inch. Swanson on the far side. He'll get it to Davis. Davis launches with the shot. Tries to go 5-0. That's saved by Juan. Music City getting their offensive attackers on the field. And that ball was launched way wide, and now Kidger will pick up the loose ball. And he'll send it to his man. Or Tony has it. Kind of on the far side wing, just kind of backing in to Jaden Stout. He's looking for a hat trick. He's got 2 already on the day. Spin move, shot, low, rebound. And a push from the back will give possession to Music City as they will hold on to it. And some quick substitutions here. No, there's going to be actually a penalty coming up. It's going to be a slash against Music City, as Skripak is going to the box. I didn't see a hand go up there. That penalty was kind of called last second. Nonetheless, War Pigs are going to be on the power play, and this is the last thing that the Music City will really want. Ball shuffled around the offensive zone. Cross-rink pass not on the mark, and Juan will be able to scoop up the loose ball off the ricochet from the half wall. Juan. And they'll be able to beat out the 10-second violation as Music City enters the offensive zone. Cross-rink pass to the near side. Back to A.J. Beck. Becky's being met by 2 men, and he'll just decide to dump it in and just kill off the rest of the penalty. It was 10 seconds left. Skripak now out of the box. We're back to even strength. And he's going to try to join the defense. There's a long shot and score. Brent Thomas with a little bit of misdirection in his shot. Looks like he was going to go to the short side, but all of a sudden went in the opposite direction, and that was enough to get John Juan off guard, and it is now 6-1 for the War Pigs over Music City. And Brent Thomas just threw a bit of a changeup on that one, too. There wasn't a whole lot of velocity on that shot. He was relying on trickery and accuracy more than power, but it worked as it fooled Juan. And now it's a 5-goal lead for the War Pigs with less than 4.5 minutes to go here in the second half. So they are coasting comfortably, continuing their dominant performance from the first half. Now into the second. There's a quick shot, and that sneaks through, and that goes in. Josh Davis gets himself on the scoreboard as he was able to pick it through the corner of Juan. And I don't think he was expecting that to go in. He thought he had that covered the whole way through at the edge, but able to slip through a little bit of a crevice. And that's all Davis needed to get the ball through and get his first goal of the game. Seven to 1 in favor of New Hampshire, as the War Pigs have been absolutely dominant this game against Music City. Kotsanis trying to see if he has something to say about that? Henley has it on the near side, absorbs a few slashes and a couple shoves. Ball's jarred loose a little bit. Now he absorbs a bit of a hit right in front of the Music City bench. Still able to hold on to it. Now he'll just have to rainbow it back. There's a shot. That just goes wide. And that will go out of play. And it will be a Warpigs ball. Warpigs now in the offensive zone. Hampton going around, dodging maneuver, takes a shot. That's going to be saved by Juan, who's able to shoulder that away. That was definitely one of the better saves he's made today. Garner. Kind of played around. Now he lost the ball. And now in transition comes Davis, but he's being pursued by two Music City guys. And he gets that ball stick checked out of him. Warpigs still have the ball. Jaden Stout looking for his hat trick, takes a shot, tries to go short side. That just goes wide. Simpson picks up the rebound. There's a shot underneath and score. One goal just wasn't enough for Josh Davis as he gets his second consecutive goal as he's able to get it through the 5-hole of John Juan. And it is now 8-1 Warpigs over Music City. You thought this game was going to mercifully end. No, the Warpigs are just pounding it on. And also give credit to Brandon Miller, who's been absolutely spectacular this game. Goaltending, he stopped a lot of chances in the odd man rush. Here might be another one here, takes a shot. And that's going to be a goal for Nate Glazer. Nate Glazer came in with a lot of speed and used his body weight to shrug off a defender, colliding into him, and then making the shot before he stepped into the crease. So that will be a goal. But I think it's safe to say that it is too little too late as they are down by 6 with less than 2 minutes left to go. So it was Austin Williams actually credited with the goal. And now Music City coming back on the attack, seeing if they can get another quick one, make it a little more respectable. And saved by Miller once again. And just what I talked about, Miller being absolutely a stone wall, he gets scored on, just kind of making me look a little bit silly here, but he has been fantastic as he stopped so many odd man rushes. That's to say, Music City has definitely had their chances of being able to score, but Brandon Miller has been fantastic in that net, stopping the outnumbered attacks. And I would definitely call him the player of the game. And the shot clock violation will run out, and Music City will take over as we approach the final minutes in the second half. As the Warpigs will be on their way to another victory over the winless Music City. Shot from the point, that's going to be saved by Miller. Rebound, and he'll be able to scoop it up in the 5-hole. Long outlet pass, and Sandwich will have to use his speed to get back there and prevent any kind of breakaway. John Juan kind of juggles the ball a little bit before he's able to shovel it off. But the final 25 seconds are ticking down. And what a game put on by the Warpigs. They put on a clinic offensively and defensively. And Semic able to get himself a goal from the point on a bounce shot. Tim Semic making it a slight more respectable now for Music City. As we are into the final 13.5 seconds here in the second half. Everything pretty much here is just a formality and for stat padding at this point in time. But well done by the New Hampshire Warpigs. They deserved it. They played this game from start to finish and capitalized on all the opportunities that they had. Final 7 seconds of the game. Looking for that hat trick, Jaden Stout trying to persist. Now he gives up on it and passes it off And that's going to do it. The New Hampshire War Pigs dominate the game early and never looked back as they defeat Music City by a score of 8-3. This is the North American Invitational here in Onondaga, New York on Lacrosse-TV. Thank you for tuning in to the broadcast. This is David Bowie who brought you the game here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And there'll be lots more lacrosse action coming later on. Don't forget to click on all those other videos archived in. Lots of lacrosse action here. But for now, I will bid you a pleasant day. Thank you for tuning in.